Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at XRP, and we have a lot of news to discuss about XRP and exactly where it could be going this week and just overall this month. Now before we jump into any of that, I want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below, because you can see on the screen right now just how many wins we're getting inside. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, make sure you join up, because in there you can be copying me and my team's trades, and as you can see on the screen right now, they're performing amazingly. Now the news on XRP is quite massive, and it hasn't really been moving for the past 2 days, so we're still quite early on. And I think most of the news, it got overshadowed by the tariffs that Trump put on last week and the DeepSeek news and just the overall crypto crash that we had. So I think right now is a great opportunity. We're going to discuss the news in just a second, but overall we've been talking about accumulations really anywhere on any coin, but in particular XRP and another coin that we'll discuss as well. But yeah, I mean, entering at $2.40 is already a decent enough entry. We can't really compare to the entries at like 50 or 40 or 35 cents, because you have to remember that this was a completely different time to where we're at right now. Previously then we had a anti-crypto president, really didn't acknowledge crypto too much. Now we have a pro-crypto president in the form of Donald Trump. Previously we had the SEC suing XRP and constantly trying to get it delisted, and yeah, now we have a pro-crypto SEC and a new department in the SEC for crypto. So it's really done a complete U-turn, and obviously that's been inflicted in the price. But now what's coming is going to be absolutely huge. We have the potential for an XRP ETF to be launched in 2025. Now we have already a Bitcoin ETF and an ETH ETF. Bitcoin ETF, obviously, it was a buy the rumor, sell the news situation. ETH ETF wasn't a complete failure. Instead, it just took a little while to get going. In the previous video that we made on Ethereum, we talk about how now there's a lot of institutions investing, especially BlackRock investors, how they're piling money into the ETF on ETH. So yeah, it just took some time to get going, but now they're investing a lot, like hundreds of millions of dollars every so often, like every other day. But now we have the potential for an XRP ETF, and on the 6th of February, so like 3 days ago, Solana also joined that list, and it was the same 4 fund managers that essentially entered with XRP. So there's also a betting platform that allows users to bet on the percent chance of the approval happening, and it's usually very accurate. It predicted the Donald Trump win and many other things, and the percent chance right now for the Ripple ETF to get approved is 80%. For Solana it's 85%, so slightly higher, but overall those are good odds. We have an 80% chance that the ETF for XRP does get approved. Now I don't think that news has fully spread yet into the price. Regardless if we saw a pump or whatever, we've now dumped, so it's not been inflicted in the price yet, and it will probably only be inflicted once we do get the approval. And even then, as soon as it gets approved, it's not like the institutions are investing it and the price is going to pump. The only way it pumps is obviously if people like that news and if they buy into it and then cause the pump to happen. But in the long term, it's going to be very beneficial for XRP that it gets the ETF, because then it means institutions like BlackRock can buy XRP, and then their investors can buy the ETF, which then is correlated to XRP, essentially pumping the price up higher. Now the exact targets we're going to be looking for, again, depend on whether you're holding for the short term or long term. If you're entering short term right now, then you can easily target the high that we have here at $3.40 for like 40% profit. And another thing I'd be doing is not setting a full order, market order right here. Instead, I'd have one order here, set another order at like $2.22, and then a third and maybe final order at like a $1.96, even just below $2. So I'd have 3 orders as I usually do, just dollar cost average in. If it does dump lower, if not, then we already have our first order secured, and then take profits. If we're taking the worst possible entry, we're already looking at 40% profit, and that's just to the high, which I think could happen very easily. Because another thing you have to remember is how well XRP is actually performing and how strong it is. During the dump where altcoins like Fetch fell from $2.20 to 76 cents, other coins like Sui is actually performing still quite well, but it fell from $5.40 to $3. Polkadot fell from nearly $12 to nearly $5, just under. And XRP only really went from like $3.40 down to $2.40. It might seem like a lot, but it really isn't, considering all the facts. And if you really look at the chart, it's not lost any of the gains that it actually gave. whereas, you know, the other coins, Sui, it's lost quite a few of the gains that it gave. Fetch lost all of those, Polkadot lost all of those. I'm not saying those coins are bad necessarily, but I'm just trying to, you know, show and compare the strength of XRP. Now, we didn't really have that strength previously. You know, it was a very easy coin to manipulate for the sort of whales where even leading up to big news events, they'd buy up the price, it'd get pumped, they'd be able to sell because people would FOMO. They did that once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times until, you know, the ETF, not the ETF, SEC actually stopped the lawsuit. So yeah, that's what we have for XRP, and, you know, targets beyond $3.40. I mean, it's already going to be entering price discovery, so it's very hard to judge, but we did just have to use the fib, like the 4.78 levels. We have to use these Fibonacci levels, then you going from that high. So then we're targeting, you know, $4.41, $6. That's already 150% profit, and then all the way up to like $9, $10, nearly double digits. And I think it's very doable for XRP, because you have to remember just how strong of a coin it is and how it was performing prior to the SEC lawsuit in, you know, whatever it was, 18 or 19. It was actually already at $3 something, and it was only going continuously up until the SEC decided to sue it, and that obviously sort of destroyed all its progress, and it had to restart. Another thing we need to take a look at though is Bitcoin, because how Bitcoin reacts is practically how the entire market reacts. The easiest way to do that is by looking at the heat map, which I have right here. So on the heat map, we're on the 1 month heat map right here, the most confluence heat map, and you can see we had a lot of liquidations. The brighter the color, the more liquidations there are. That was roughly 200 million liquidations, or dollars worth of liquidations, and that's essentially what we dumped through, and we cleared all of those liquidations. Now we're just consolidating like this, as you can see. But if you look up slightly higher right here, you will see that we have 3 main liquidation areas, nearly amounting, you know, if we do 2, 4, 6, that's like $600 million worth of liquidations right up here. And that is at, I'd say this is $107,000 and $110,000. Now usually these liquidations act as magnets, as you can see here. Price was drawn to it like a magnet, and that's essentially what should happen here. We should be able to rally back up to those areas and clear those liquidations. So overall it does look quite bullish. You know, if you watch any of the previous videos, I talk about 113 being the next target for BTC. So I think it's very achievable. Those liquidations are essentially shorts with stop losses just above this high right here, and liquidation prices just above that high. Another thing is how much volume has actually slowed down. So you can see right here, volume completely died down over the course of this pennant. And usually what happens when volume dies down like this is we will expect a huge move up or down. I mean, this usually looks like we can get a move up, unless on the lower time frame we get a lot of longs entering and liquidations build up lower. Then what might happen is we see a quick move down, and then the move continues back up. So that's what you might want to watch out for in case that does happen. The S&P again is going to be a good indication of that. We talked about this in yesterday's or Friday's video, I believe, how, you know, whenever we get the S&P open, Bitcoin usually sees a dump. So make sure to watch out for that tomorrow. Usually leading up to the S&P open, it's pumping up ever so slightly, and then it just instantly dumps as soon as it opens. So yeah, make sure to watch out for that. If you do see it happening tomorrow, then you might want to enter some shorts on Tuesday, you know, when it's starting to pump up. I think we saw it quite evidently. I can't see on the 4-hour chart, but we did see it on Friday, Thursday as well. So yeah, make sure to watch out for that. Bitcoin dominance is another thing we have to keep an eye out for. This should be dumping very soon. Started some red candles, so hopefully that is able to continue on down, you know, break past 3,300 here. I'm on the dollar chart, not the percent chart, but yeah, as long as it's able to move down and break past these areas of resistance and support, yeah, all coins should be good, and XRP should be very good also. Other coins I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this week include HBAR. It's also very strong, you know, not as strong as XRP, but still I quite like the chart. I quite like the level it's at right here. Sui is another coin, it's at a good support level, looking for some more accumulations. Fetch, another coin at a decent support level, definitely has the potential to, you know, moon back up. Render, another coin I like the fundamentals of a lot. Polkadot, sort of a no-brainer at a decent support level, good staking rewards. Definitely going to be watching this this week. AVAX, really slow mover, but that doesn't mean you can't find trades. Usually whenever you enter a trade on AVAX, it's a slow mover, so it's quite easy to trade. Again, the gains will take a slight longer time to actually be obtained. Solana, again, meme coins acting very, very good at this support level, have a resistance at 240. It will be interesting to see how it reacts this week. I think meme coins have slightly been dying down. You know, we got Trump coin, we got Melania coin. There's not really many more people that can release these sort of coins to see this sort of price action. So it'll be interesting to see how Solana is gonna sort of respond to that. ETH, again, this sort of controls the entire altcoin market at a decent level. As we mentioned previously, lots of BlackRock investors investing in Bitcoin this previous week and the past month really. So definitely want to keep an eye out for also, and obviously Bitcoin. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign-up rewards, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.